Hi everyone, thank you for joining us for the final video of the Chippewa Luce Mackinac Conservation District's Conservation Week. I want to give a huge thank you to everybody who joined us throughout the week by viewing our videos, commenting on them, sending us messages, emails, and phone calls. I also want to give a huge thank you to everybody who bared with us while we navigated our first ever virtual event at the Conservation District. We had very few technical difficulties, and we were really hoping for that situation. So I want to give a reminder that all the videos from the Conservation Week will be available permanently on our YouTube and Facebook pages, and I will get them added to our website as soon as possible. I also want to remind folks that the Chippewa Luce Mackinac Conservation District is available to meet your conservation and natural resources needs 365 days a year. You can contact us using our website. Our phone number is 906-635-1278, or you can email us at clmcd@macd.org. Now, for our final video for the virtual Conservation Week, I wanted to provide a larger overview of the services that the Chippewa Luce Mackinac Conservation District can provide to the landowners in Chippewa, Luce, and Mackinac County. I also want to provide a brief overview of our larger conservation district network throughout Michigan and how the conservation districts can help serve your needs in all of Michigan.
So as I said, the Chippewa Luce Mackinac Conservation District has more to us than what we've been able to share this week during our Conservation District. Now I have a little matrix here, or a map as you can call it, of the different focus areas that the Chippewa Luce Mackinac Conservation District has a focus on. So as many of you know, conservation districts were born out of the Dust Bowl era because agriculture has a larger impact on our natural environment than other focus areas that I show here. That doesn't mean agriculture is bad. We rely on agriculture to feed ourselves. It's just we need to learn new and innovative ways to keep agriculture from harming our natural environment by implementing new practices on a continuous basis as they evolve. We focus mainly on agriculture here at the Conservation District, and that includes many different areas there. But agriculture is our main focus, and it will always be as long as we're here to serve the public. But since the Dust Bowl era, we have really expanded our focus from soil conservation into general conservation. In fact, all conservation districts have changed their name from a soil conservation district to just conservation district to provide for that opportunity. One of our big focus areas right now is water stewardship. The conservation district is always involved in water stewardship throughout the counties, but this year we are focusing heavily on it as we were awarded a $500,000 grant to work on nutrient management reduction within the Muskogee River watershed, which is in northeast Mackinac County and Chippewa County. Now that program, along with other grant programs that we've had in the past, is specific to working on individual watersheds that have watershed management plans. Our hope is to continue working within the water stewardship realm and get more watershed plans implemented so more work can be done on problem areas throughout our coverage area. Another area that we focus on is habitat. Now habitat can be included in all of our areas of focus, but habitat is called out separately because there is specific areas that we need to focus on. One of those that many of you know is wetlands and pollinator. So currently we focus on pollinator, providing native plant restoration opportunities and providing native plant sale to folks to have the availability of native plants to plant for pollinators. Now, native plants also helps with water stewardship, helps with agriculture, helps with maintaining recreation properties, helps combat invasive species, and it's important for our forestry. But also with habitat, we have wetlands. As many people are well aware, wetlands are extremely important. They may look ugly, they may even smell in certain cases, but wetlands are our natural filtration system, and we work with the Natural Resource Conservation Service to make sure that wetlands are staying intact and we are restoring wetlands that people want to have on their properties. Another huge area of focus that we have is invasive species. As many of you know, that we've been involved with invasive species here local for many, many years. In fact, originally the invasive species program was called a CWMA, that's Cooperative Weed Management Area. Now, the Cooperative Weed Management Area changed to the Three Shores CISMA in 2015. CISMA stands for Cooperative Invasive Species Managed Area. This allows them a little bit more opportunity to work with all invasives rather than just plants. But the Chippewa Luce Mackinac Conservation District is a founding partner of the Three Shores CISMA, and we have acted as their fiduciary since. Now, as a fiduciary, we're responsible for managing grants and financial transactions through them, but Three Shores CISMA focuses on implementing boots on the ground conservation on invasive species activities. Another large area, and probably one of our most busiest areas currently, is forestry. Forestry is a huge business here in the Eastern Upper Peninsula, not only for our commercial forest properties, but also for private land forestry. Private land forestry is a large part of Michigan's economy that is not being utilized. So we work with private landowners to get them forest management plans, find foresters to work on their property, get management cuts done, have harvests done, implement new habitat on their property, things like that. We have a dedicated forester here at the Conservation District that can assist people with that. Another focus area that we have is recreation. Now, a couple opportunities that we currently have with that is we operate the Hunting Access Program here in Chippewa County. Hunting access properties are open for sharp-tailed grouse and small game. Sharp-tailed grouse are a really unique species of grouse here in the Eastern Upper Peninsula, as we have the largest population east of the Mississippi River, here right in Chippewa, Mackinac counties, and in Luce County as well, and over in Schoolcraft. Sharp-tailed grouse season is open from October 10th to October 31st, and we have over 5,300 acres available for landowners and people across the country to hunt sharp-tailed grouse here in Michigan. Most of those properties are also open for small game season, which runs September 15th to November 10th. Another huge area that we focus on is education outreach. A part of our Conservation District Week is strictly education. We're trying to educate folks on the importance of conservation and conservation techniques to make better stewards of our land. And I can't go without mentioning our third pillar here is donation. So the Conservation District is a local unit of state government, so it works very similar or exactly like a school board or a library. We rely heavily on local funds from our counties. So Chippewa, Luce, and Mackinac County all provide us with allocations every year to conduct conservation work. We also rely on grants. Now, grants are vitally important because we don't receive operations funding from the state of Michigan or the federal government. So we need to search for grants to continue our work. But of course, local donations from local partners, local groups, organizations, things like that is also important as it continues our focus on conservation and continues our mission over the long term. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video too, I wanted to talk more about our larger network of conservation districts across Michigan. Now, some people don't realize this, but every single county in Michigan is covered by a conservation district. And every single state has conservation districts in them. Now, conservation districts in Michigan all are represented by the Michigan Association of Conservation Districts. They operate this really great website where you can actually get on here and find your conservation district for the county you live or recreate in. All conservation districts are open and available for you to serve your needs. There is 75 conservation districts in Michigan. They're all locally led by a 5-member board that are locally elected. So conservation decisions are made on the local level. This is important because these people are your neighbors. They're there to understand your needs and your conservation issues so we can work towards finding ways to solve them. As I said, we are a local unit of government, very much like a school board. And again, we find it very important that conservation districts make decisions on the local conservation district issues. And that is important because we all know how the federal government, state government becomes very difficult and expensive to lead from one unified location. Now, the other cool thing about the Michigan Association of Conservation District website is you can find information on your district, or you can find updated information on their blog or on their main page here. We do have openings for board members in every single conservation district. This website also covers additional information about our main focus areas. You can become a conservation district advocate from this website. You can find events, jobs, and you can learn more about the Envirothon program. And that's what I had to share with you in regards to conservation districts and our greater network and our greater focus areas. I really hope you guys enjoyed the virtual conservation week, and we look forward to possibly doing this again in the future.